come down. Blow on down, pass it around. Hey, walk with me now, we running wild. Hey, ain't nobody gang, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Bears coming in at 6-2, going up against the Packers, who come in at 4-4. So let's send you up to Chicago, where we'll say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now. This is Lacy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Rodgers now on 1st down, setting up the screen for West. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacy. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, Lacy. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Off the play fake to Lacy. Here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Clinton Dix there for the stop. And when you talk about this offense, you, of course, have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile, he makes any quarterback that much better.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds a man with a crossing route. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here we go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Play action, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Rodgers now to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Packers are going to have a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Rodgers to throw on second down. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to get punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. It's caught. Stills, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bears have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. One back is Lacer. Rodgers will try again on second down. He'll set up the screen to Lacer. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Here's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He needed two, he got one, and that's going to leave him with fourth down at a yard.
In order to play really good... Run defense, when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the sneak, Rodgers. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now Howard, and he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Howard. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Garoppolo. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Completion left side to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Packers pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They come out here in the eye. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Nelson's got it here right side. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.